Yo, what is up, YouTube? I'm Blitz5, and today I have some Bard gameplay for you guys. So, I've been playing a lot of Bard in the bot lane as support. So, this is going to be a mini guide slash like tips and tricks video to play Bard. So, I'm doing an alternate strategy here where I buy pink and I sacrifice some biscuits and I go into the enemy jungle and place a deep ward. And Bard is great for roaming. Obviously, that's what you have to do with his chimes and his passive. You're going to have to do that if you play Bard and play him successfully. So, for this, I'll put my masteries in the description below with some of my runes because I go down the utility tree, which is you don't normally do that with a normal support mastery page. So this gives me some extra speed and I can get around the map and do stuff like that. So here I'm just going to show some tips in laning phase. So right now Brahm's wall can actually block Bard's stun. So I wait till the wall is down and then use the stun to kind of catch Braum out in a bad spot. So in the laning phase, you basically just want to put health packs down and use your stun to kind of block out the enemy team from any dives, maybe some good trade potential and stuff like that. And then when you back, I think the best way to do this is to roam into other lanes, pick up some chimes, and then leave some health pots or health packs, whatever you want to call them, for your teammates. So right here I'm doing this for Twisted Fate. I'm saying wait till it charges up and then grab the health when you need it, or right now if you need it there. So that's a great strategy. Another thing is if you have a jungler that is counter jungling, make sure you go into the jungle with him, because then you can kind of get them out. Or like right there, I brought Nunu into the jungle spot because of your magical journey. It's a great way to help your teammates get out of sticky situations. So pay attention to when your jungler is counter jungling. And then right here, I'm just showing an example of how magical journey can kind of start a team fight into the bot lane here. I bring Nunu in, and then Bard is super squishy, so you're going to want to back out of the team fights and then engage back in to kind of get your auto attacks off and get your stun up, and then make sure you're using your health pots to heal people as you go. And right here, this is a fun magical journey. This was a really like intense moment early in the game because we were trying to pick up a kill, and even though we weren't able to pick up a kill, we can push the lane here. And a lot of times in this video I'm going to be speeding things up because a lot of plays with Bard kind of go over time, or like for an extended period of time. They're really long clips, especially this one here. So even though we weren't able to get the kill, we were able to take the turret because of that play, which was nice. And then here we're chasing down Nunu, which is hard to do. He's tanky. I take a magical journey, but Articuno's wall, obviously annoying. So here's a great example of using Bard's ultimate. So this doesn't work in our favor. It's actually a bad trade. I think our Nunu should have ulted here, but that's okay. But basically just leading the ultimate and using it on characters that you know don't have a dash, it's really easy to hit them in. And then this is a great example of baiting people in as Bard. Bard is super squishy, so people think they can get a kill on him, but if you bait it in the magical journey out of the way, you can set up plays like that, which is awesome. And then right here is another example of just using the ultimate to your advantage, kind of knowing how long it takes. When you play Bard enough, you know how long it takes for the ultimate to get here. So I kind of predicted where Nunu would be. I threw the ult, and then it lasts like a Zonia, so you're gonna predict like 2 to 3 seconds. I think it's 2.5 seconds to be exact. So once you play Bard enough, that's just stuff that you'll pick up on, how people are running and where to lead it. Of course, you're gonna miss some, but in this gameplay, in the beginning of the game, I was really lucky and didn't miss a lot of the Bards, and that just comes from playing a champion for a long time. And this is an interesting tip that I wanted to put in with Bard in this gameplay, is that you can use your stun to proc up basically anything, a wall, extra minions, even the Scuttle Crab here. So basically, because I was able to stun Tryndamere, I was able to get Scuttle and start this fight, which is perfect. And then I use my ultimate on Quinn and Tryndamere because they're doing the most damage, and then I wait until they're about to get out of the Zonius to use my Q to get the slow. I missed the stun, but basically you want to wait to count to 2 and then get ready to use your Q. So as soon as they're out of the ultimate, you can get a stun on them. And right here, basically as Bard, you want to peel and distract the enemy teammate. This is like my favorite part of Bard, is that people will chase you thinking that you have low health, and I basically took Nunu out of the fight, and Nunu can provide a lot more than I can for the enemy team, like than I can for my team. So I basically made him follow me, and then I just stunned him against a wall, that's a normal combo. You magical journey through a wall, you wait for the enemy to come, and then you Q them, and then it stuns them up against the wall. It basically is a giant bait all the time. And right here, after that fight, actually Nunu comes back from the base, and this is actually one continuous clip that I cut, so I haven't backed yet, and we get a great team fight here, which is awesome. I was super happy about this. Finally able to get Tryndamere down, but unfortunately Nunu flashes over the wall, and I just said let's not fight it because Quinn's here. I just don't think it's worth it. And then I fast forward here because, just like I said, this is a super long clip. I haven't backed. I have like a ton of gold. And then just, after you take dragon and you get a couple kills, you have to push objectives. So I get a lucky ultimate on Quinn, and then I time it perfectly. So that's the combo I was talking about, where after you ult, you want to get that Q down and basically just locks them up forever. And then, like I said, Bard is great for taking objectives. So even after we get the mid tower, I'm pushing it even further. We get blue, and then I ancient coin out of here with some health pots and pick up some chimes along the way. So that's exactly what you want to do. You want to not be afraid to roam, especially if you have a good support like that. I mean, a good jungler like that. So Nunu is perfect in this case because me and him can kind of magical journey into the enemy territory and take stuff. So right here, Nunu's about to die, so I'm putting health pots on him right over him so they pick him up, and I put a heal. And even though I magical journey away, Quinn comes in, so we weren't expecting that. But I do my best to bait out the enemy team because I know Ezreal's here. And Ezreal's been doing a great job, so I kind of bait out Articuno, we get that kill. And stuff like that, that's perfect. Right here is debatable whether or not I could have taken the dragon, but I didn't know how low it was. So I was worried that it was going to get taken. And then basically, like I said, I'm just baiting in Quinn, coming back in to provide heals, any kind of stun that I can, even though I'm really low health. The Q stun is a pretty decent range. And then we laughed here because I didn't know that Tryndamere was there. I was just kind of like getting super excited that we won that team fight. I thought that Tryndamere was on our team. But just to show that our team is handling this, you know, I put this extra clip in and we finish them up and kind of get almost an ace there. And then here I'm just laughing because I'm putting out this ward that I put in the first minute of the game, in the beginning of this clip, and now it's 30 minutes into the game and it's still there, which is awesome. I don't know if it's in the clip, but that actually lasts for 40 minutes off that ward. So that play was huge for us having vision. And then here is a great example of using Bard's Magical Journey. That's one of the best walls to use it against because it's so long. And it just shows how you can turn a fight like immediately out of nowhere. And then here it enables us to try to do a Baron. Even though this Baron doesn't go well, I'm fast forwarding this because this Baron doesn't really go well. Tryndamere comes in, and you're going to see here, I wait till Tryndamere ults to ult him because I'm wasting his Undying Rage. So as his Undying Rage comes off cooldown, he comes out of the ultimate. So basically when he was ulting, he couldn't use it because I stunned him, which was great. And then right here, same thing. I'm baiting Nunu away from Maokai. That's basically the whole point of what I'm trying to do. And I try to back here, but then I see Maokai's in trouble. So I reposition myself so I can get the stun on the Nunu. So I basically went up so I could angle it right. Healing Maokai, being a support, ancient coining out, which is great. And even though I try to back here, this clip is actually still going on. So you really don't need the back. With the health and the CC you provide and your movement speed, you can really get in and out of the fight and make these really long team fights last in your favor. And then because I'm getting these double stuns and stuff like that, it just really shuts down the enemy team, and they think that everyone's low health and that they can do damage. But when you get a double stun right there, it really just shuts down the enemy team and stops them from doing anything, which is huge. And then now we're actually able to take the Baron after that failed attempt. So I'm just fast forwarding here, magical journey in, which is great just for the time effect, because sometimes you only have like a couple second window to take Baron. If you take it a couple seconds too late, you could die and lose. And nice, I get like an ultimate there to keep Tryndamere off, and we're able to take this Baron. So, you know, maybe if we didn't magical journey and get there instantaneously, like the enemy team's coming now, we could have got attacked and lost that Baron fight. So just stuff like that, just doing stuff immediately with your team, getting them to do the magical journey. If you're on like Curse or Skype saying that like, hey, I'm going to put a magical journey down, or pinging that wall so they know you're about to magical journey, or maybe before the game saying like, hey, if I ping a wall, it means I'm going to put the magical journey down. And then right here, same thing. I probably didn't need the ult here, but I wanted to position my Q. So after I ult, I put that Q on. I stun Articuno, as I call Anivia, and Nunu. So there's really not much they can do. And then after this dragon, I think I cut it here. But we basically are able to, we have Baron, we have the dragon. I think that's our 4th or 5th dragon. We're able to take the entire base. And I get a funny stun on Anivia, but she's healing in the base there. So that's basically the major points of playing Bard. Is you want to roam and you want to be a giant distraction, and you really want to angle yourself to hit the best stuns on the most important players on the enemy team, or the auto attack champions, because that really takes them out of the game. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I've been playing a lot of Bard, so I think I could help you guys with that. I hope this was semi-beneficial. Thanks for watching, and Blitz 5, I'm out. Bro, I'm a fucking savage. I'm done. I'm done with this game.
Tryndamere's done with you.
Oh, Tryndamere. How do you know that was him? I thought that was someone on our team.